y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be showing you a few styles you can do to protect your hair while you sleep. So our first style is going to be separating our hair into 4 parts, and I have done this before. It's been really helpful when you're trying to just rush and go to bed, because I fully understand. And you just want to split it down the middle. Put one in the ponytail. Of course the lines or the parts don't have to be perfect. And then you just want to put the second one in the ponytail. And it really depends on what you're going for, because if you want to elongate it, you have to put it tight towards the roots. But if you really just want to put it away and still keep the curls, you can do this as well, especially if your hair is the same length as mine, or you have just the same amount of shrinkage I have. You can do it like this and still preserve the curls. So when you lay down and you get up, just put some leave-in conditioner on your hands, some water or some oil, and just poof it out. But if you want it to be elongate it a lot more, just gonna pull it just a little bit more and tighten it at the roots. So when you get up, it's gonna be like this. See the difference? There's a little bit more hanging out on this side, and the same for this one as well. So the first style you can do for your nighttime routine is really simple. It's just 4 different sections, 4 different ponytails. So I do still have the red wax in my hair, and I do still have the curls from the braid out I posted not so long ago. So if you guys want to check that out, you can, to see how I got these beautiful bouncy curls. It's actually a really good braid out, but I do think I want to keep it for a little bit longer, because I'm really liking the color. It looks so good with my skin color. But let's get back to it, y'all. For our second style, we're just going to take a shoelace or whatever you use as a hair tie, and we are going to put it into a mini pineapple. But you don't want to pull too hard on it, because you don't want to cause too much. But what I'm just doing is I'm just lifting up and pulling upwards, but it's not as rough as you think. And just put it away like such. You could do it like this. Now typically when people do this, their hair is a little bit more poofy, so it would still be curly, but it would just be a little bit more poofier, so it would be more fuller up here, which is essentially why the pineapple is a good idea, because you're just pushing the curls up, and when you wake up you're gonna put them down. But since the curls are so tight and my shrinkage is so real, the curls are right here. They're really close to my head, and I haven't really poofed the hairstyle out too much. That's why they're like that. I don't usually wear my hair like this. I usually wear it like poofed up, and I like it more outer. I like it bigger on the sides, but I'm trying something different, so that's why it looks so empty at the top. But typically, if you have poofier hair, if you have a poofier hairstyle but your hair is still curly, it will look fuller at the top, which makes it good, like I said, because you can put it up, and then in the morning you can put it down. So for our third hairstyle, all you gotta do is just put your head in your satin bonnet and go right to sleep. The simplest style you can add to your nighttime routine, but I just don't do that anymore. I would not recommend it. I personally think it's better to have your hair in some type of style, because, you know, I've slept on my hair and I've slept really good. I have really good naps, and I woke up and my hair is flat and my curls are gone. So I don't want that happening to y'all. We want curly, bouncy hair, so we're not doing that. It's an option. You know, if you're really exhausted, you can. But let's stick to actual styles, because we want that curly, bouncy hair. What you gonna do if your hair flat? I'm pretty sure y'all will work it out. But my personal favorite is putting my hair in cornrows. Now, when I do this, of course, I'm not putting a perfect part, because who got time to do that? what I'm doing is I'm not really combing out my hair either. And I've been doing this for a long time, for I'm not sure, a very long time. But I've known this to not only elongate my hair, but to preserve my curls as well. Because you're basically just putting the curly hair into a braid, and braids make your hair curly, so it's like staying curly, but it might change the curl pattern because you might braid it really tight, so the curls might get a little bit tighter or a little bit looser. But either way, it's still preserving your curls. So what I do is I just part it in a coil form, and then I don't really comb it out because then you're kind of defeating the purpose, because you're trying to preserve the curls. It says preserve the curls. So put that to the side and poof this out a little bit. And what I do is I just braid it how I usually would braid it. Now it depends on what I'm going for, if I braid it tight or not, but just as an example for tonight, I'm just gonna take these parts and braid it loosely, but not too loose for it to not be a braid. I don't want to have any hair sticking out. I don't want to have any of that. I don't want any breakage, so it's going to be a nice clean braid. It's just not going to be too tight. And it also preserves the curls as well. Having it put away in braids, but still not being tight enough to change it as much. So I'm simply just putting it away. Not changing too much about it. But if I were to do tight curls, it would most likely change the curl pattern. Also, putting oil on your hair before you go to sleep is always a plus. If you have been putting oil in your hair day after day, you don't want to put too much, because you don't want to overload and have just oil dripping everywhere, unless that's what you're going for, or unless that's what your hair loves and likes to receive from you. I'm personally not really an oil person. I really don't like being oily. But when I styled my hair this morning, I did put oil on my entire scalp and my edges before I did them. So that's why I haven't put any, but it's always a plus to just do it again. Even if it's just lightly. And then just twist in the bottom here. And then of course when you take them out in the morning, no matter which style you're doing, it is also best to reduce friction by just putting oil on the tips of your fingers and then just styling it as you please. It's still holding everything intact, it's just very loose. Of course, if you wanted to, or if you had way thicker hair, or if you wanted to preserve a certain hairstyle, you can just do more braids. Just the same thing with the second style. If you want to have 6 puffs, or no, the first style, if you want to have 6 puffs or 6 pineapples, 6 mini pineapples, you can. Just make it fit to your head and your hair and the curls you're trying to preserve. And then you want to do the same thing over here, of course. I do have to say, I really love how this braid out came out and turned out. You guys should most definitely head over to that video. The curls came out really, really nice. Probably one of my best braid outs. I do think I'm going to preserve it for just a few more days until my wash day, but the reason I'm preserving it is because I really like the tight curl, like the smaller afro. I'm usually used to the big afros, but I'm actually really liking the small afro that just fits right around my head, and the curls, it keeps the curls so tight because I'm not really elongating the hair like that. But I also do want to try to elongate it as well because I'm used to that, and I really like those hairstyles as well. So I think I'm going to keep this color in for just a couple more days. And I'm contemplating on dyeing my hair. I'm not sure, but I just don't know, because it's like, do I really want to dye my hair? Do I really don't want to dye my hair? Or like, what color would I dye it? Would I just dye it blonde? I have no idea. But you do only live once, so I might have to do it. I just like, if I did, I think I would only dye the tips though. I don't want to dye my whole head. And it might have to be a subtle color, like some type of brown or light brown, because my hair is black. And I think it's black and a little bit of brown, depending on how you see it or the lighting at the moment. But if I do dye my hair, it'll most definitely be a video. So make sure y'all subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified if I dye my hair and when I drop another video. Alright guys, and just like that, it's that easy. And now I'm just gonna throw on my bonnet and go to sleep. Just something slight and easy for the night. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys for this video. Thank y'all for watching and spending this time with me. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next video.